Hi everyone. Wondering what that annoying whirring sound in the back is. That's a motor from a gas-driven car. So, not happy with Tesla right now. I took my car to the. Actually, let me back up a bit and tell you everything. So, I made an appointment a while back for March 10th at the Glenwood Service Center, the regular normal Tesla service center that's been there in Raleigh. I end up writing back in later about something with the problem again, and I mentioned in the chat that if they had a cancellation, could I get on the cancellation list? So she says, well, actually, I have an appointment at the new place in Raleigh on Sumner Boulevard on February 14th, which was yesterday, Valentine's Day. So I checked with the wife, got her permission, of course. She took me up there in the morning. The way the Tesla service thing works, for those of you that like, so, I mean, you wouldn't know unless you've seen it. So it's like everything's done through your phone. It's very aggravating. You don't really get to talk to anybody. You can, but it's really hard. So we took it up there, dropped it off. They said, all right, we're coming back at 5. And then that was it. The car didn't update all day. And it stayed in the same spot. Nobody opened the door because I could see all of that from my phone. They opened the door, they never looked at the car, they removed it and stayed in the same spot all day. And then we started driving back up there, and then, it's an hour drive or so, about an hour, or, almost an hour to the drive. Amber looks at my number and calls them, get a person on the phone. My car's not even ready. And like, they weren't even going to call me. Like, they were going to let me drive all the way up there. And I'd already told them I had to drive an hour. They were going to let me drive all the way up there. So anyway, lady on the phone, she was nice. Her name was Ricky. She says, Mr. Jones, unfortunately, your car, the service is going to, sorry, my jaw's sore. Service is going to take longer. It's going to go into Monday. So my brain, if you don't know how my brain is already like, you hadn't even looked at the car. You haven't checked it out. You hadn't moved it. You hadn't done anything to it. So how do you even know what's wrong with it? Because we don't really know what's wrong. We just know what the symptoms, and that is the rear speakers. The subwoofer just keep cutting back on like a timer every 5 seconds. Which there's more to that story I'm going to get to as well. And also my Bluetooth voice, like when I'm talking to a person in the car on the phone, or if I am giving voice commands to the car has like 180 some voice commands, so all the voice commands, they don't work either. So the lady says, look, we can rent you a car. Enterprise is right down the road. I hate Enterprise, by the way. But, what am I supposed to do? I gotta have a car. She says, we'll rent you a car. That's hard to say. New bottom false teeth. We'll rent you a car, and then you can just go pick it up. It's all ready for you already. So I said, all right, we'll do that. And I go up there, and the guy gets me. We go out, and first of all, I thought it was going to be another Tesla I was going to get put in. Wrong. A gas car. So he tries to put me in like a Nissan Maxima or something like that. I mean, not a bad looking car. But I'm kind of eye rolling. And then finally, we almost get in it, and he does everything right before he has me sign the papers. He's like, oh, wait a minute, this car's got a hold on it. Can't use this. Hold on, let me go find you something. She goes, okay. He's like, how about a Nissan Rogue? Oh, like, I have no idea what the Rogue is. I don't know what that is. I want to go Rogue right now, but I don't know what a Rogue is. I feel it in my body, that's what's Rogue. So, anyway, I get this damn sorry to anybody who's got a Nissan Rogue and they like it. It's more my frustration with Tesla being vamped out through all this. So I'm not really. But to me, and what I like, I don't like this damn car. I don't like SUVs. I don't like trucks. I don't like big cars. I'm a small sports, like a small sports low guy. So I end up going. I get the car from Enterprise. I come back, and then we start we come back, and I start thinking like, oh man, I got a job in New Bern, and I got to go to the dentist Monday, so they can do another refit of these bottom dentures. And so I'm like, man, that's at $250. That's at $5. They hadn't even looked at the car. My car's sitting up there. They don't have anywhere to plug in the car at. And you're not supposed to leave your car unplugged. I mean, it's not a killer. It's just not a best practice to let your car sit unplugged. It's always supposed to be plugged in. Even if it's charged to the max, you're still supposed to have it plugged in. So now it's got to sit up there in cold weather outside and all weekend. And the more I think about that, the more I start talking about it, really, it pees me off. And I'm getting madder at Tesla because I'm thinking about what they weren't even going to call me. They were going to let me drive up there. I'm glad they did take care of me. I did get a car. It's like my wife said, but they did give you a car. They took care of you. They did some places may not give you a car, which wouldn't have went over well. But I mean, my car hadn't even been moved, and it's just a subwoofer problem. It's like, dang it, I would have rather driven my car back home and went back up and took it back Monday. Anyway, my blood pressure's rising as I talk about it. So, I get to thinking about this thing, well, with this problem with my subwoofer and amp and my Bluetooth, the voice command deal, and also I've learned from kind of looking, researching a little bit, that there's a Bluetooth, a wiring harness that goes to the Bluetooth and the Bluetooth microphone in the Tesla that goes back, and it somehow ties into all that. Well, you know what I had happen a few weeks ago? My windshield cracked, and I took it to Safelite in Greenwood, and they replaced my windshield. And right after they replaced my windshield is when I started having the problem. So, I am pretty sure to almost dead certain that during the install of that windshield up here, they ended up screwing up that wiring harness that goes up there that ties into the back, or shorted out subwoofer. They've done something, because when I went back and looked at the dates, the dates all fall in line. Like everything's fine, the Tesla, and then that happened. So I'm gonna do some more searching on that before I get to blaming and really going off, down a hard road with that. But yeah. So anyway, I am driving a Nissan Rogue around, and also too, I don't know how you feel about this. I would really love to hear some comments on this, because my wife's, she's kind of against me on this. She says I'm wrong. So, if I had my car, my Tesla Model 3, and I was going to work Monday, and I have to go to like New Bern, a lot of driving, which is going to cost I'm going to put a lot of gas in this Rogue car. So, my thing is, hey, look, when I get back, they should have to pay for the gas, because if I had my Tesla, I would never have to put gas in this thing to go on the trips. So now you're making me, granted, I put some electricity in it, some power, which would cost a little, but not as much as gas. So is Tesla going to cover my gas too? Because I'm guessing it's going to take $80 to $120 of gas to do what I do, looking at the gas cost right now. On Monday, that's including going to Kinston, New Bern, back to Kinston, back to Raleigh to get my car, to get my car, and then come back. So I'm looking at Tesla like, okay, here's my gas receipts, and you need to pay for those too, because I had traveling to do, and I would not have had to pay those costs. You know, I don't know if I'm wrong for that. So I'm really trying to be honest with myself. You know, Amber's like, well, if you had a gas car, you'd have to put gas in it. You know, if it wasn't an EV thing or EV versus gas thing. So maybe I'm wrong. I'll stand to be wrong. You 4 or 5 people up here say I'm wrong. I'll be like, all right, I see what you're saying. And it ain't got to do with the whole gas versus, you know, EV. It's just you know, matter of opinion what people like. I like my car. I don't care if it ran on olive oil. Whatever that car is and does, I like it. I, however, don't like that it's sitting up there in Raleigh right now, and they didn't even look at it. So it's not like they can look at it. Yeah, it's not like they looked at it, found something in it, and had to start working on it. Couldn't figure it out. They didn't even look at it. So, like, why did she schedule the appointment for me to have to go there? You know? Like, why did she waste that day of me having to take my car up there? And then they didn't even go into the parking lot and open the door on the damn thing. Man. That's not cool. I will say, I'm glad well, I said that wrong. I'm not glad, but I'm happy to see that cars are catching up with like technology. I see all the technology in this car, in the gas car. Some of the stuff they have looks very, very Tesla-y. So I like that. I mean, the sensors and the steering correction, stuff like that. Got the Apple CarPlay I see on the little screen. It ain't like I said. It could have been way worse. I'll say that. Yeah, because I'm a bit of a complainer, so it could have been way worse, but I'm still complaining about it. Or they could have not got me a car, which I probably would not have left Tesla. But yeah, but I will tell you one thing: if you ever get a Tesla and you drive it for a while, and I've been driving mine for almost a year now, and now I've had to get back in this gas car drive. It feels like a tractor. Like it feels like I feel like I'm driving an old John Deere tractor or something. Like that's how mechanically rough it feels. The steering, the way it handles the ride. The ride ain't too bad. I ain't gonna hate on the ride too bad. And I've had a couple of Nissans in my life. So Nissan ain't terrible good. Like I say, a lot of this is not steered at the Nissan thing as much as it's just anger at what Tesla, or how the day went at Tesla, and them not looking at my car, and them not staying in touch with me. Oh, and I was going to say earlier about, you know, if you hadn't seen how the Tesla app works, the Tesla app's cool because when your car gets there, it walks you through and like sends you notification like what's going on with your car. Like we just look like it's like a progress thing, which is really cool to watch. You could see, like, okay, well, I got my car. All right, put it back together. All right, I tested it. You know, nothing happened yesterday. Like the car just sat there the whole day. Nothing. It said in service, but you can see the location on it, and it never moved. The door never opened. They never took it inside. Anything. I mean, I know they have ways to, you know, they can look at it remotely and diagnose, you know, to run like diagnostic tests. Maybe they did that. But what I know and thinking right now, I'm just like, I got a lot of questions. So I'm going to probably be asking for the manager at the Sumner Boulevard Tesla. Yeah, because boy, I'm not a happy customer right now. So yeah, that's what's been happening. And the Rayden Chronicles. I don't know what's happening with this lady here. She's having perhaps a stroke, maybe, or some sort of aneurysm that's prohibiting her left foot and right foot from going down. But whew, okay. Anyway, I hope she's okay. All right. We gotta go home, get ready to go to a wedding. Got to Mac out tonight. Going to her sister's wedding. So, merry, happy wedding anniversary. Which is, I think this is just like a renew of the vows. So, but anyway, peace, everybody. I love y'all. And we'll talk about some more stuff tomorrow. I got some more stuff to talk about with y'all. I got some more stuff to talk about with y'all. Yeah, I said it right that time. All right, peace.